Hi, America. You might hear a couple things on this video that you will not hear on MSNBC, C-SPAN, CNN, or definitely Fox News. But it's time that you get off your ass, pay attention to the 2012 elections, and actually vote to make a difference in this country. A lot of you think that voting, your vote doesn't matter, that voting in this country won't make a difference. Let me explain something to you. If you don't vote, if you seriously don't vote because you think your vote won't make a difference, guess what? It won't make a difference because you're not voting. If you don't vote, the policies and implementations that are going on in this country will continue. You'll have nothing to do with it. Unemployment will continue to rise. And your voice will be silenced out. That's what will happen. Put it in simpler terms, you don't vote, nobody gives a shit what you think. This is the one time you get to express yourself and actually say what you want. And you sit back and refuse to vote because it's just politics. No. All the shit you bitch about year round, about how there's not enough jobs in the market, how there's not enough teaching jobs, how there's not enough construction jobs, how there's no money, how everything is going wrong in this country. Everything you bitch about 24/7 comes down to these elections. And then you don't want to vote? Do me a favor. If you don't vote, shut the fuck up. You have no right to speak. None. You say, oh, I'm an American, I have the right to my opinion, freedom of speech, yada, yada, yada. Yeah, you have it. Exercise it. Go vote. That's your freedom of speech. That's the right you have. To go out and make a difference. You want to sit there and just complain? Nobody wants to hear that. All you're bringing in is negativity. Get up and change the world. Let me go ahead and tell you the two candidates that are running, since many of you will not be watching the news and you'll probably be on YouTube watching this. Here you go. First candidate, Barack Obama. Many of you have heard him before. He's the first black president. Well, actually, he's mulatto. Hey. That's who's running on the Democratic ticket. On the Republican ticket, you have Mitt Romney. And as a personal note to Mitt Romney, Mitt, I wouldn't vote for you if you were the only candidate running. But that's just me. Not to say that I don't like Republicans. I share a lot of views with Republicans that I actually enjoy. But I wouldn't vote for Mitt. He's about as transparent as a greasy bag. When I say as transparent as a greasy bag, it means you know that the contents inside are not good for you. That's why I wouldn't vote for you. And FYI, even if you were to pick Marco Rubio as your vice presidential running mate, that doesn't give you a pull up with Latinos. First of all, Marco Rubio, you can't even pronounce your name properly. What makes you think you can connect with Latinos? Your name is Marco Rubio. Say it with me. Marco Rubio. Not Marco Rubio. You want to connect with Latinos? Learn to speak the language first. Or to enunciate the proper form of your name. So, whatever. Not to disparage on Marco Rubio, but just saying, you all are trying to connect with Latino vote. You want to connect with Latino vote? Give up all your money, live in the ghetto for a year, and then you'll connect with Latino vote. Just saying, you'll understand what it is to be Latino, for the most part. There are many of us out there that are actually wealthy and well off. But then again, you're trying to connect with us, the poor people. So there you go. The one candidate who should actually be on the ballot isn't, or might be, but isn't a front runner. Ron Paul. Ron Paul is the guy that I would vote for. That guy has a lot of good ideas. In fact, a lot of the ideas that he's had, Obama's picked up. Republicans don't like. This is why Republicans are not backing Ron Paul. Because he has Republican ideas that will suit both sides, and Republicans apparently don't like that. Why not? It's smart. It'll save the economy. I get it. You want to hold on to your money. I get that. All right, you worked for it. You earned it. Great. Hold on to your money. If you die, you can't take your money with you. And if this country falls apart and the economy fails, guess what? It won't buy you loyalty from other countries because the rest of the world hates us. We are all we have. We're a symbiotic union. We live off you, you live off us. That's the way it works. We work for you, you make money, you pay us. We take that money, spend it on the crap we make for you, and you get it back. It's a symbiotic circle. But recently, Republicans have been sending their jobs, or Republican owners have been sending their jobs overseas and outsourcing because it's cheaper and they can hold on to more of their money. Well, guess what? You're sending your money overseas. Yeah, you're making more money, but you're destabilizing your country. That's not smart. And I'm just being practical with you. It's not. You want us to go to war with every country and defend the honor of America and pick up oil fields all over the place, but you don't want to pay for the war. Really? Then who's going to pay for it? The poor people? We have no money. You keep saying the same thing. Oh, you're milking us dry. You pay less taxes than the rest of us. And I'm cool with that. Pay less taxes. That's fine. Because you make jobs. But then keep the jobs in America. Don't send them overseas. Keep your money in your bank accounts in America. Don't send them overseas. And you can pay your low taxes on them. If not, if you want to keep your companies overseas and keep your bank accounts overseas, then hell, pay the 35% or whatever percentage that they're trying to raise it to, because first of all, you're keeping money, then you're hiding money, then you want to keep the rest of it? All you're doing is screwing yourself. As Christians, as many of you are insisting that the rest of us become, as Christians, you should actually be out to help your own people. But then again, many of us don't believe in that concept, do we? And not to just disparage on Republicans, because that's not right. Democrats, quit giving away most of the money in the goddamn savings. I mean, we have federal grants, federal governments, and we want to give it all away. Coming from someone who lived in the poor areas and who lived off welfare once, let me tell you this. People are taking advantage of the system non-stop. I can see why Republicans want to run. It's understandable. People are taking advantage left and right. Instead of having a welfare system where if you make under a certain amount of money, you get help, I think that's ridiculous. If you make over a certain amount of money, you should get help. That way it'll force people to go out there and find a job. Any kind of job. It doesn't matter what kind of job, so long as it's a job. See, the fact of the matter is, we don't give support to college students that are going to college. We don't give support to people who are trying to better their lives, but we give support to people who don't want to better their lives and say they do. Let me put it to you this way. Would you rather make $500 a week, working 40 hours a week, killing yourself, breaking your back, or would you rather make $500 a week getting unemployment? Yeah, I can see what the Republicans are angry about. Many people don't want to go to work. They'd rather make $500 just by leeching off the government. And you know what? I understand the people too. It's like, hey, we're poor, we don't want to do this, we don't want to do that. But guess what? You're also just screwing yourself. You're bleeding dry the government that's protecting you from the outsiders, from the foreigners that hate us. You're bleeding it dry. What do you think would happen to us, the poor people who have been milking the system for so many years? You think we'd be able to milk them? Hell no. We'd probably become slave labor. Again, not a threat, but a factual observation. You don't believe me? Look at history. History will tell you all about it. Look at the Romans. Look at the Chinese. Look at the Greeks. It's written there for you to see, but nobody wants to read because it takes too much time. We need to reform the welfare system. Instead of, if you make under so much, you get money. You know what? If you make at least $500 a month, we'll help you out with an extra $300. So you have to go out and make $500 a month. I don't care what you do. You want to sell gum on the street. You want to peddle for cash. Doesn't matter. Get out there and make $500. People can do that in 1 month. In 1 month, you can make $500. Pick up a camera. Take pictures. Charge $50 a picture or $50 a session. Doesn't matter. You know, pick up a box of chiclets, the way the kids do in Mexico. Sell those. Sell them each for 5 cents. You can sell about 250 boxes. But at the end of the day, hey, fuck it. You made $500. And guess what? The government gave you extra money. And then move on from there. Oh, if you save this much, you'll get more. And so you want to adopt kids instead of giving them money because they're fostering kids. Hey, if you can set aside this much amount of money for the kids' college, then we'll give you $500 to raise this child. Don't milk the system. This is why Republicans are upset. Because Democratic people keep milking the system. Democrats are upset because Republicans are running with their money. Well, guess what? Let's meet in the middle. Let's stop giving the money away. Let's stop putting our money in foreign countries. And let's meet in the middle and save our economy. Meet halfway. Republicans, I think you all have the right idea when it comes to running economics in this country. You do. And foreign affairs, I think you're great at it. But where you fail is in domestic affairs. Democrats, you're good at domestic affairs. You know, you're good at taking care of people, but you need to understand that sometimes people just want to fuck you over. And you cannot give them that opportunity. We'll talk in other videos, but for now, this is all I wanted to see. And just because I do like some Republican ideals, I will still say this: I wouldn't vote for Mitt Romney, the man himself. I wouldn't vote for him. And another thing, America, stop waiting for the president to fix the country. For God's sakes, he's not Jesus. He's a man just like you and me. And if you think he can fix the country, then guess what? So can you. 2012.